This mushroom is toxic. Ingestion, I was wrong, may lead to
Great, I'm so pleased we're following this expert mushroom forager here. Just don't fall backwards. Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Coming up in this week's episode, Julie tries to beat me on a mushroom hunt.
I swear I spotted some.
You spotted stones. It's
No.
not very hard to spot stones because they're everywhere.
So we got about 200, right?
Exactly 200.
Exactly 200 bottles.
We go off to collect this year's apple juice, but someone's stolen a bottle.
$199 bottles of beer on the wall. No, apple juice on the wall.
Later, Julie dresses up in wellies and a frock for a glamorous photo shoot. And as we sit down for a meal, I wonder, is this my last ever supper?
This is literally a meal.
This is the moment of truth.
Here, I'm gonna give him another one.
Welcome to Mapperton, our family home and estate in Dorset in the southwest of England.
Julie and I took over running Mapperton a few years ago from my parents, the Earl and Countess of Sandwich.
It's a lot of work, but also a lot of fun. This place is full of fascinating stories, extraordinary people, and endless repairs.
So please join our family on this journey of a lifetime as we put all our efforts into preserving this magnificent part of England's heritage.
At least I wore the right shoes today.
Yeah, that's
did.
most unusual. Or at least the right boots.
The right boots, exactly. Okay, so listen, I have this.
Fear of cows.
Yeah, well, that wasn't what I
There
was
are
going
no
to say, but now
cows. I
you're
can't
just
see any
like
cows.
saying that
Can you
right
see any
now.
cows? I can't
No,
see
I
any
can't
cows.
see any cows, but they could just appear. I do know that. But one of the things I'm really keen on, because I did it with John right beforehand, the famous forager from around here, was
Yeah.
obviously to forage for mushrooms. So I
I
want to.
think that's why we're here, isn't it?
No, it is. But I want
That's why I
to.
brought this.
I know it
big
is. I know it
crate,
is.
'cause
But
I'm
I don't know
expecting
how
a-
good you're at. You're at foraging mushrooms. You know, I
Well-
think I might have been better on my own. Yeah, but I
So here's
I
an
have had
interesting question for the
experience.
professional mushroom forager. Can you name 3 different types of edible mushroom and maybe 3 different types of deadly mushroom that we want to avoid, since you're a professional mushroom forager?
Well, the good news is that I have an app. I have the
An
mushroom app on here, and I can take a picture,
Yeah.
and then I can find out if it's deadly,
deadly
or if
or
it's
not.
edible.
Because
so
I-
there you go.
I
am professional.
I know a few edible ones, but I also know some,
There's one. There's one. There's
some
one. There's
deadly
one. There's one.
ones.
That one's. That one is. Wait. I don't think that. No, that's edible. That's edible. That is edible.
Okay.
Okay. Hold on. Hold on.
Does this
Hold
come
on.
with a disclaimer?
No, what?
Because if they get this wrong,
Yeah, I know.
it's curtains.
All right. So this app, though, you have to do different angles. So like now it's asking me for the bottom. I don't know how I would get the bottom. That's just a bit strange.
Well, I think you're going to have to pick it.
Oh, okay, that's true.
But why don't you just do a picture of the top first?
I did.
did?
Okay.
Okay.
And it
So-
says to improve identity accuracy,
So, yeah,
basically,
okay.
so that you
So
don't get
pick
poisoned
it.
and die. A medicote, yeah, that's it. Maltogil, and cannot be used. This mushroom is toxic. Ingestion, I was wrong, may lead to
Great!
serious
I'm
issues.
so pleased we're following this expert mushroom forager here.
I thought it was.
Because this is a poisonous mushroom. But I think actually it's very closely related to the magic mushroom. You know, the kind of naughty one that people take.
This is definitely it. It will cause diarrhea, vomiting, abdominal pain, and hallucination.
Hallucination.
There you go. Okay.
Hallucination. We'll put that one
back.
straight back.
Listen.
The good news is, it wouldn't have fitted in our mushroom crate anyway because look, we've got big holes. Oh, anyway,
Yeah.
there we go.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Right, let's
Well-
go on the lookout.
Oh, there's going to be some good ones in there. I already see some, unless they're stones.
Yeah, the problem is getting across.
Okay, you go first.
It's not happening.
No,
No.
but there's good mushrooms
Yeah,
there.
but there's no way for us to get across.
What? This is like mushroom land.
I know, but there's no way for Stephen and
There's
Claire.
some up there. Look at all those mushrooms. They're just, how deep is this?
Those are flints. Those aren't mushrooms, those are
Oh.
stones.
Okay.
You totally...
Okay. Okay. No, but I think I do see some.
What?
How deep is this? How deep is this?
Well, I tell you what, why don't you go first?
How deep is it
And
though?
if you get stuck, we'll rescue you.
How deep is it?
There's more opportunities
Okay.
for Julie to find herself
Okay.
stuck in the mud. The real question, though, is how the rest of us are going to get across, because it's all very well when you've got nice Lushmo wellies, but for those of us wearing boots, oh dear,
Oh my God.
she's going down. I don't know how you get yourself into these scrapes, but it's
Because I want to get these mushrooms.
it's as if, just don't fall backwards. All right, so you're solving the problem for yourself,
I know.
but we have no way of getting there.
Okay.
But I would just step. You don't
Oh
need
no,
to-
because right there is quite,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
We know, remember what happened to me in Queen Elizabeth's bath?
We do remember that. So well, we'll see you later, because we're not. Are we coming that way? I
No.
don't think so.
I'm just going to tell you
No.
if I find any.
Okay. Well, I tell you what. We'll meet you later.
Well, no, I'm just going to like, you know, I swear I spotted some.
You spotted stones. It's
No.
not very hard to spot stones because they're everywhere. But
Just to hold on.
They weren't mushrooms. Right. Well, Julie's going to go that way, and I'm going to go this way, and the competition begins.
All right.
Okay. Oh, I found one straight away. Look at that.
What?
Yep.
No.
One to me. Doesn't matter what size they are. Every mushroom counts.
Okay.
One to me. Okay. The Stephen and Claire have given me an almighty hint. What you're supposed to say is warmer and colder, isn't it? So I'll start walking. You tell me if I'm getting warmer or colder. Warmer, warmer, warmer. How am I doing now? Very warm? Hot? Or blind? I must be completely blind. Because you're saying that maybe I've trodden on them now. Really? Where are they gone? No, nonsense. Yeah. Wait a minute. Oh, look. Oh, yes, look at that. Mushroom number 2, 3, 4. Excellent. I am definitely beating Julie. She's got no chance.
If you would like to help support this important part of England's heritage, please become a patron at patreon.com/Mapperton Live.
Julie,
Yeah?
can I admit something?
What, that you cheated because you have 3 sets of eyes compared to mine because you have
I
Claire and
admit that
Stephen?
I'm a rubbish mushroom forager. I think it's because I'm partly colourblind. I can't pick these things out. The only way I could pick them out, so almost all of these, Stephen and Claire found
Okay,
and gave to me,
okay.
so I could win the competition. But I did find 2 on my own.
Oh, then I
and
definitely beat you.
I
Then-
only found them because they were so bright and yellow,
Thank you for being honest.
but they look absolutely deadly. So
how many did you get in total?
I think
You got 2.
no.
How many did Stephen and Claire
I've got
get?
1, 2. I've got lots of magic mushrooms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got 12. How are you doing? How are you doing?
I have
over there?
9.
You got 9.
I have 9
Well, 12.
by myself.
12, 9.
By myself.
Yeah.
So you got 2 on your own.
Okay, let's
and
look at
you-
yours. Come
okay.
on, let's look at yours. Here are our respective troves
Yeah.
of mushrooms. The truth is,
cheated.
this is not going to feed a family of 6, is
No,
it?
but it's going to feed 1 if they're edible.
If they-
So fun. It's so fun to forage. Did you look to see
But
if
look at
yours
these
are-
ones. You got to admit.
This one's
Can you just accept that
Yeah, but it's not edible.
whether
And
it's
a
edible-
waxy. It's called a waxy mushroom. I know that, a waxy something mushroom. These ones are, I'm pretty sure, are edible. The flat ones.
Yeah. Those ones. These ones I happen to know are also edible, but they make you see strange things.
This is a lawnmower's mushroom, haymaker.
Look at this one. This is definitely going to say, what? It's saying Paniolus again.
Lawn is.
I
yeah.
don't trust this thing. Everything is Paniolus. There we go. We'll just leave those behind. Unless Stephen and Claire, you'd like to take some home with you. Yeah.
But we shouldn't just leave them out like this.
Well, somebody else might want them.
No, okay, no. We're gonna let them
Okay, I think we're gonna
biodegrade.
let them go.
Yeah.
Right, that was a fail.
Well, I know, but you brought
So
this
much for our
huge
lunch.
crate.
And you know what? It's so frustrating is that we've only found these tiny little ones. But here is usually a good spot for things.
You can't fake this because I can see them right there. They're so, here's a good spot. Like, I'm not gonna spot those. They're enormous.
I wanted to give her a surprise.
No, I mean,
I wanted to give you a
here's a good
surprise.
spot to go looking. I mean, they're so obvious. They're
I
like
know, but look.
perching. Oh my goodness. These, okay, I gotta get my picture camera out right now.
Look at this, more social media.
Look at this, look at, no,
You saw it
I'm gonna
first on
check to
Julie's
see if we can
Instagram.
eat this. I'm gonna check to see if we can eat this. Okay, hold on. It's coming up.
Okay,
Wait,
and what does it say?
okay, hold on, 51%.
I'm pretty sure
No, it
that
says
is a
parasol. Okay,
It's a
Well, it's
parasol.
obvious.
And do you know why it's called a parasol?
because it's found in clearings and grassy areas?
No, because it looks like a parasol.
Oh, okay.
Don't you think? With a little thing
The
on
brown
top.
spots
You
on
were-
the
you were
cat
wearing
make it look a bit shaggy, but that name is reserved for its poisonous counterpart. Oh,
I
there's a
know.
counterpart called the shaggy parasol.
The problem with mushrooms is that for every edible one, there's an identical, completely
You can
toxic,
distinguish the two
deadly
by
one.
the stems. The
Okay, the
latter has a smooth stem and red flesh inside.
Okay, is that the
So
poisonous
that's
one?
the poisonous one has, because this is edible. This is edible.
This is edible. This is lunch.
This is edible. This is edible.
Oh dear, red flesh.
No, that's not red flesh.
Oh, okay.
Has a smooth, the latter has a smooth stem and red flesh
my
inside.
God, it's got
This
quite-
is not
it's
a
got-
smooth. We can eat this.
Quite a pungent smell. You sure you want to eat that?
Yeah, I do.
Let's get
Oh
this
my
one too.
gosh.
Who
You
else?
guys, it's easy. It's careful, Stephen.
Who else is hungry?
Yeah.
Anyone? Because we've got enough to feed the family. Stephen's just trodden in one. Oh my goodness. Stephen, that was your one as well.
It's okay.
That
we're
was
gonna
your
send-
lunch. I'm really sorry about that.
It's okay. It's
But-
still edible. You
But
can
that
take
is
it
your
home.
lunch. And you know what? I had this enormous crate earlier thinking that we'd be finding big mushrooms and we only found tiddly ones that fell through the cracks.
Yeah, where's the crate
Suddenly,
now?
when we need the crate, we haven't got it.
This is exciting.
Let's go and cook.
It's edible.
Julie is modelling for Lushmo,
Yeah.
who make wonderful Wellingtons. Do Americans know what wellies are?
I mean, I think we just call them rain boots. We would just call them rain. Yeah, we wouldn't necessarily call them wellies.
I lived in America
I mean,
for 10 years and I've never heard the expression rain boots.
rain boots. Okay, anybody down below, if you're in America, do you call them rain boots or do you
It's
call them
like-
wellies?
Here's a fun
And-
fact about Julie. This isn't the first time she's modelled. And it's not the first time that she's been a famous actress. Because when I first met you, one of the things you said to me was, did you know
I was
that
the
I was once a stand-in for
Cameron Diaz,
in...
my best friend's wedding.
I mean, she wasn't Cameron Diaz, but she was a stand-in.
her
Which is
stand-in.
the next best thing, isn't it?
That's right.
It's almost like being Cameron
And
Diaz.
how that happened was I was at work. They were filming in Chicago. If you've ever watched that film, long time ago, really ages me. I was working in one of the locations that they were filming at, and I was walking through the corridor, and the cinematographer stopped me and said, Cameron, we need you. And I was like, oh, sorry, I'm not Cameron, I just work here. And they're like, you, come with me. And I was like, oh my gosh, what did I do? And the next thing you know, they signed me up to be her. They said I was not quite the spitting image, but good enough to be a stand-in.
Yeah.
And I went to...
And look how far you've come. Before you know it, you're at Mapperton Live with your
I
own
know.
YouTube channel.
I mean, I've
It's all happening.
really moved up the ladder here.
I think really the high point of your performing career is going to be putting on a pair of wellies for our sponsors Lushmo.
Yep.
And parading in the garden, which is what you better go off and do.
Yeah, I better go and do that.
Yeah.
Because
Don't forget
they
your
need
tea.
me. I know. I need my green tea because I haven't been able to sleep in for some time. So I need this caffeine. I am here today, obviously getting my hair and makeup done. As many of you know, one of our sponsors for Mapperton Live and for American Viscountess is Lushmo. So if you don't have a pair of Lushmo, I highly recommend that you get a pair. So they're here today doing a big photo shoot at Mapperton. They're going to be using the gardens and really a lot of the features around Mapperton, the house, mostly, well, all exterior. You'll also recognize soon Sophie, who many of you know from glamping, Sophie, and also, you know, one of the most extraordinary farmers that we have here at Mapperton. She is a model. Lushmo has kindly let me be a model as well. Thanks, you guys. But these are obviously our go-to wellies, 100%, and they have been for years, actually. So I'm just in the chair, hair and makeup, and then we're about to go out on the estate and just do some photos, and yeah, so it is actually really nice to have my hair and makeup done for the first time in a long time. So it feels good just kind of being pampered, which is fantastic. So lots more on this in a little bit.
After putting on her makeup, Julie joins the photo shoot in the gardens. She then makes a grand arrival at the glamping site, where she meets up with Sophie to cut a dash in the countryside.
This is a very exciting moment for me. Those of you who watched last year saw me hand-picking the apples and then the whole process of bringing them here to North Parrot Fruit Farm with Jonathan and his team and getting it all pressed. So I've done the same thing this year, but I haven't shown you the whole, well, I showed you a little bit of picking the apples, but Jonathan is here now putting them in bottles for me with the lovely red label. Look at how pretty they are. So we got about 200, right?
Exactly 200.
Exactly 200 bottles. So this is just brilliant. And it says here, Mapperton Estate. And now the question is, Jonathan, we've had this sort of poll going. I'm wondering what we should call the apple juice. Last year it was Mapperton apple juice, but people have been saying they want it to be called Mapple juice.
You got to give the people what they want.
So, I mean, what does everybody think? I mean, that has been the most popular. So this is quite a cool little contraption here.
We've bottled the juice, we've pasteurised it. It's got a tamper-proof cap on already, but just to make it look a little bit nicer when it has the Mapperton label on it, we're putting a little shrink capsule on to make it look very much like a bottle of wine.
All right, it's great. How do you know when it's done?
About 3 seconds.
3 seconds.
Yeah, it's not computerized.
Okay, wow. It's very cool. I mean...
So the reason I'm doing this is because I've forgotten to capsule Julie's apple juice.
No, I could have.
It's all a bit lastminute.com.
No, it's brilliant. We cannot wait to drink it again. I mean, we did go through. So last year we had about 157 made.
I think you're right.
And then lockdown happened, like the second one or something. And we weren't able to, we had them in the shop for literally a week or something. And then lockdown happened. And so we ended up drinking them all on our own. This year, I think we've got a month left in the shop. And so we should definitely be able to sell a few before we drink them all ourselves, because we do love our apple juice. But like you said, everybody likes their apple juice, don't they? They think it's the best.
Absolutely. And next year, online to America.
Next year, online to America. Fingers crossed. So I'll be tasting it for you all later. First, I got to pack it up in the car. So I'll sign off now, but we'll pack it up and then we'll let you know when I taste it to see how it tastes compared to last year. There goes my apple juice. There it is, my apple juice right there. So cool. Look at this. Amazing. Okay, we're gonna load up. We're gonna have Luke bring the car around. And there we are. It's rather exciting, everybody. Quite want to open one up right now. 199 bottles of beer on the wall. No, apple juice on the wall.
I'm just tasting it real quick, sorry. It's good. It's really good. That is some good apple juice. You gonna try it? I mean, I'm super happy.
I'm not supposed to be in the scene.
Also, it should be a little bit colder. So remember, when it gets cold, it's gonna, look at chug, 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 chug. It's gonna get even better when it's super cold, remember?
It's definitely tartar.
It's tartar, isn't it?
It's a tart juice.
Yeah, but it's all right.
Spicy.
Not spicy, I'm gonna call it
Well,
spicy.
sort of.
It's not spicy.
It's got a bit of sort of
You drank a lot.
sharpness. Anyway, right, come on, we got to get on the road.
This is the big moment. I'm going to kill myself and my husband from poisonous mushrooms or not.
So we're going to be fine. Is that
So
right?
we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine.
How do you know we're going to be fine?
So we're going to be fine because we just looked, and first of all, this is a parasol mushroom.
Okay.
And it has sort of these little sort of brown elevated features on top and this lovely sort of parasol top at the top.
It's called a nipple. You can say that.
Oh, okay.
It's okay.
It's called a nipple. And here it also has
Julie's
this.
very wholesome. She doesn't like saying things like that.
But what I think what's quite cool, it has this that can go up and down, so you can move it up and down. It's a part of the mushroom.
What's it called, that bit?
I don't know. Do you remember what he
I
said?
think it's kind of a skirt, isn't it?
It's quite, but it's
something,
here. It
yeah.
lives like here. Now, how you know though if this is a parasol that can be edible or one that's not edible is basically the stem. So what we just learned was
By
that.
the way, shouldn't there be a disclaimer? Because you're not a mushroom expert.
No, I'm not a mushroom
So nobody
expert.
should really listen to you.
No, they shouldn't.
But this is what we learned.
This is what we just learned, and
Yeah.
we are going to eat it ourselves.
But
We're gonna
don't
take
you
the-
eat it.
But don't you eat it, exactly. Unless you want to yourself and you've done all your research. So what he says is that the stem in the parasol that's edible should be like a snake skin stem, and that's exactly what it is. What Luke has done, here's another one, is he has already cut this up, but look how perfect it is.
Run your finger over the gills because it's a lovely feeling. It's a very sort of soft,
It is lovely.
gentle.
You can do it this way.
Yeah.
You can do it that way. I mean, it's just brilliant.
And I've given it a bit of
It's
a wash.
amazing. Yeah, you have, I can tell. And we're just gonna basically fry it in some butter. The best way to eat, they say, foraged mushrooms is to fry it in some butter. So the good news is that the aga is on because it's autumn and it's getting cold here in England. So the aga has been switched back on, which means it's on until probably
Would
next
you like a knife for the butter?
June. I would.
Yeah,
Here we go.
that might be better.
Do you think that's too hot?
No, I think that's fine.
Look at this. Can you get that?
Look at the flesh. It's just delicious looking, isn't it?
It is delicious.
And this is supposed to
I'm
be
excited. Look at
one
this.
of the most delicious tasting mushrooms.
Yeah.
And I've never eaten it before. I've always been far too frightened of mushrooms that have white gills. I was always taught only eat the ones with the dark gills.
Really?
And this is the first one with white gills. So I'm still, despite all our research, I'm still a little hesitant. Well, maybe take our word for it if we're still here next week. What do you think?
How are we gonna? Oh, I am a bit nervous to eat this. Aren't you? A little bit.
Well,
Wait, they need to shrinkify.
It does also say that they're quite good raw.
What?
So
No, it didn't.
it does. And look, they're getting smaller, aren't they? Right, I've taken over now. Julie seems to have retired. So I'm doing the camera and I'm cooking the mushrooms. I mean, this is what often happens in our household. She does the good bits, and then when it comes to the follow-through, she's not there. But hopefully she'll come back for supper. Right, this is all looking pretty tasty, and I think almost ready to go. There are some bits over here that need a little bit of. Is that a commentary in the background I'm getting? Because I can hear a faint murmuring coming somewhere from the far reaches of the kitchen. So, right, I think this is getting good to go. Do you think this is good to go? Who should we invite to have mushrooms?
Well, we should have had Stephen and Claire.
We should have had Susan and Claire.
Let me take over again. Oh my gosh! Look at that one. That one looks nice. That's what I want. I want them a little bit of brownie.
This actually looks like,
This one looks good.
these look like slithers of fish.
This looks. It does.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
See how they're nice and brown?
Do you think we're ready to get plates out?
You can get plates.
Shall I
A little bit more,
Okay, what I'm going to have to do is deposit the camera
Yeah, just,
over
it's
here.
okay.
Do we want anything to drink?
Well, I'm going to have a beer.
You've got a beer. I shall have...
No, this one still needs a little bit
Can
more.
I announce what I'm going to have?
You're going to have
gonna
maple
have
juice.
Some maple juice. A little salt and pepper.
Yeah, you said no
We've got-
pepper though.
Well, yeah, but I wouldn't,
Oh,
not when it's
okay,
cooking.
now.
I mean, you maybe do it afterwards. A little bit of apple juice. And
I wouldn't eat the ones with a little bit of the stem.
we are good to
I think
go.
we should have cut those up.
Right, I'm just going to sit here patiently waiting for my supper.
Okay.
Which I'm imagining might be coming any time now, but you never
Okay.
can be certain of these things. But I think if I wait here long enough. Beer.
I have a beer. This is a local
Cheers
beer.
to our
This is a local beer.
successful forage.
Success. I know it
Well, we haven't
was.
tasted it yet.
Oh, that's true.
It might,
And
be,
we
it might be pretty horrible.
don't know if we're gonna be here tomorrow.
Mm,
Okay.
that's true.
I mean, I will be so upset.
You won't be so upset, you'll be dead.
That's true. Wait, here,
Because
I've got a
look at
couple.
that. It's kind of crispy and delicious looking. There's another one.
Kind of exciting.
Amazing. And these are fresh off the field, up at Coltley,
Yeah, this is a
where
meal.
we were just earlier today.
This is literally a
And
meal.
this is the moment of truth.
Here, I'm gonna give him another one. Well, tell me, but really be honest before I.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm
that a-
not just saying this,
Really?
but these mushrooms that I cooked
What? I've just cooked
are
them.
absolutely delicious.
No. Are they?
The only problem is
What? There's not enough.
they're almost too salty.
I didn't put. See, I put barely
Because we
put,
had really salty butter, and then we put a bit of salt on
I
top.
put goat's butter on it.
And maybe the mushrooms were actually the best mushrooms I've ever eaten.
No.
No, I'm
He's just saying that. All right, I'll
not
try
just
it.
saying that. I mean,
I'm quite
because of the
excited.
texture, there's a kind of softness to them, but then there's a bit of,
Oh my god.
you know, not
These are
really.
so good. These are so good.
I'm just going to stop talking and eat.
These are actually really delicious.
Point your torch around.
What is scary?
Point your torch around.
Okay, that's what's scary. Like,
Next time on Mapperton Live, it's Halloween and I take Julie out on a ghostly tour.
And there she is.
she is. Okay, great.
There she
Okay, let's
is.
go.
But we end up running for our lives.
Her grave. What? Oh my god! Let's get out of here! Quick! Run! 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 Run!